Hello, Christ Church. Pastor Jonathan here. Over this past year, Christ Church has allowed our family to celebrate so many milestones, from our move across the country to our new home, to my ordination, and many, many events in between. And I am sending out this video to invite you to celebrate another milestone this coming Sunday. So this coming Sunday it will be my first time officiating over communion. And when I was ordained to a ministry of word and sacrament, and it's specifically here at Christ Church Bellingham. And while I've been fortunate to be able to preach the word and bring that to our congregation, this will mark the first time that I will ever preside over a communion meal. Because of our precautions of COVID, we haven't been meeting, and I haven't had the opportunity yet. So I would love for you to join me this Sunday as we celebrate the Lord's Supper together. And in thinking about this invitation, I was also reminded that this would be a good opportunity for me to communicate to you, our church, how wonderful these worship services on Sunday have been. And I don't want the name to fool you. We've talked about having our communion service on Sunday, but these services are worship services. Back in March, when COVID really began taking off, we as a church, the session decided that we needed to suspend our in-person meetings in order to comply with our governing authorities and also protect the vulnerable in our midst. But recently those restrictions have changed, and we have had the opportunity to meet in person together in our parking lot here. And so I want you to know, when you come to these services, that you will be in a full-fledged worship service. We meet together as the people of God. We hear God's word read, and though a little bit short, we hear it preached. And we celebrate God's communion meal. And these services are perhaps the best way for us, though we have been isolated in our homes, to come and reconnect with our community and hopefully reconnect with our God through worship. So if you're able, let me encourage you to come this Sunday. We have 3 services, 10:30 for the elderly and those who are immune compromised or maybe feeling vulnerable in these times. 11:15 for the families and people whose last names begin with A through M. And then 12 p.m. for the last names, I believe it's L through Z. Follow your email. You know what? If you mix up a few letters, it's okay. We'd be glad to see you. But come, join us as we celebrate the good news of Jesus Christ. Come to earth, God become man, to rescue his people, to bring his kingdom, and to prepare us for the feast that he will set around his table in the new heavens and the new earth. I invite you to come, join our church as we celebrate a foretaste of that future feast here at Christ Church Bellingham this Sunday. I hope to see you then.